All right, folks, buckle up. Today we're tackling a big one. And I'm not talking about how to find Bigfoot or what's under the next tree. I'm talking about something that's been debated by scholars, philosophers, and even folks like me. What does it really mean to be intelligent? Is intelligence all about solving complex problems? Or is it something else? See, we live in a world where intelligence is often defined by how well you can solve problems. Solve that equation. Fix that device. Overcome that challenge. But I gotta ask, is that all there is to it? What happens when the problem is bigger than just the facts on the surface? When the problem is something like understanding life itself or seeing beyond what's immediately in front of you? Let's start with how most people think about intelligence. You've got your IQ test, right? You take the test, get the score, and boom, you're either a genius or not. Simple. Well, not exactly. Intelligence is often measured by our ability to process information quickly and accurately. But does that mean the guy who can solve a puzzle in 30 seconds is more intelligent than the person who takes their time and really understands the problem? Here's the thing. Intelligence isn't just about memorizing facts or solving problems that have a clear right answer. It's not about looking smart for a moment, but about how well you adapt to new challenges. It's about creative thinking, adaptability, and your ability to deal with complexity. In the real world, intelligence isn't a static number. It's fluid. It's not just about solving problems that fit neatly into a box. Sometimes, intelligence is about creating the box in the first place. So let's talk about problem solving. Now, if you ask me, problem solving is at the heart of intelligence. But not just any problems. We're talking about complex problems. Ever try to solve a problem that didn't have a clear answer? You know, the kinds of problems where there are no step-by-step instructions, no quick fix, and no map to follow? Take the real-world problems we face today. Climate change, political instability, poverty. These are not the kind of problems you can just Google for a solution. They require thinking outside the box. They require collaboration, innovation, and a willingness to fail. See, solving a complex problem isn't just about knowing the facts. It's about thinking critically and creatively. Let's take a look at a simple example. Say you're trying to fix a broken car. The problem is straightforward, right? You figure out what's wrong, you fix it, and you move on. But let's say that car isn't just, it's a metaphor for something much bigger, like a broken system. The problem isn't just about fixing something, it's about understanding the underlying issue and finding a solution that works in the long term. Now, let's talk about another layer of intelligence, emotional intelligence. Sure, you've got your logical, cognitive intelligence, being able to crunch numbers and analyze data. But how about your emotional IQ? How do you handle stress? How do you manage conflict? You see, emotional intelligence is essential when it comes to solving complex problems. If you can't keep your cool when things go wrong, you might just end up making things worse. And no, it's not about ignoring your emotions. It's about understanding them, channeling them, and using them as part of your decision-making process. Take a look at any great leader. They're not just strategic thinkers. They know how to read the room, understand the emotions of those around them, and lead with empathy. So here's another question. What about intuition? Is it part of intelligence? In a world where we worship logic and reason, can gut feelings really hold any weight? Well, I'll tell you something. Some of the best problem solvers in the world have been those who trust their gut. They listen to their intuition, that little voice inside their head that helps them make decisions in the face of uncertainty. Sure, rationality is important, but sometimes it's your intuition that helps you see the solution when all the facts seem to be pointing in the wrong direction. And let's not forget about creativity. You might be the smartest person in a room, But if you don't know how to think creatively, how to bend the rules a bit and come up with something new, you're stuck. Creativity is the spice of intelligence. It's what helps you see solutions where others see obstacles. It's the difference between solving a problem and finding a whole new way to approach it. Think about it. Some of the greatest inventions in history, things like the light bulb, the internet, even the way we make movies today, came from people thinking outside the box. Those people didn't just solve problems. They reshaped the way we think about those problems. Creativity gives us the power to look at the same thing from a different angle. So, what's the takeaway here? Intelligence isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. It's not just about memorization, math tests, or IQ scores. It's about how you solve problems, how you handle complexity, how you think creatively, manage emotions, and trust your gut. Intelligence is dynamic. It's not something you can measure with a single test or a number. It's about how you adapt and grow. At the end of the day, solving problems is what makes us human, or, part of the intelligent species. But what truly defines intelligence is the ability to look at a problem, break it down, think differently, and keep going even when the path forward isn't clear. And that, my friends, is what we all need to keep working on. So, if you're out there struggling with a problem or two, remember this. It's not about finding a perfect answer. It's about how you approach it. Stay curious. Keep challenging yourself. And above all, never stop thinking. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And drop a comment below. You think you've got the solution? Let's hear it. Catch you next time. And keep your feet on the ground.